Hello and welcome to another Foundry tutorial video. And in this video we're going to be talking about the modules available for uh, Foundry in general and Warhammer specifically. Um, a lot of people use modules because they come in handy, but also a lot of people are hesitant to use them because, or even afraid to use them because they think they will somehow break the game or make it not work properly. Uh, it can be true. Some modules can be buggy, but most of the modules on the Foundry website are checked and have been verified that they work. Well, mostly. Um, and they can be a great addition to the vanilla module, so to speak. Um, so let's take a look at some of the stuff. Um, First off, at the tab here on the top is System Modules, Systems and Modules. It can be a little bit daunting to go through all this. There's also, if you start Foundry up, a tab here, Add-on Modules, and if you click Install Module, you will get a pop-up window with also the same stuff basically that is on the website, and you can search for things here. But this doesn't really give you much information, so that's why I prefer to go to the website. You can just click on the add-on modules, it will give you the entire list, or you can browse by category. It will show them like this. The name doesn't really give any information, but if you already know what you're looking for, you can find it really quick here and just copy the manifest to install it. But if you do click on one, for instance Blood and Guts, sometimes they will have a pretty good description of what it is. So basically WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. This one's pretty clear, but sometimes it has a description that's not really clear. And you just have to try it out if it's something that's for you. And if it's not, you can just easily uninstall it. Now, if you would like, for instance, Blood and Guts, normally it's in the Foundry search thingy. But if it's like a link you got from some third party or a friend of yours did it or something, they will give you a manifest to download, and then there we go. You copy it here, and then you can click install. But in this case, it's something that is already in this, and you can just click install here. Of course, if you bought something like the official Death on the Reich, you will get a link and then you will download it, put it in here and then install it, because normally it will say you've not owned it. So let's take a look at some of these modules. The first one is the official Death on the Reich module I want to show you. Let's start at the beginning. Death on the Reich is the second installment of the Enemy Within campaign, released by Cubicle 7 officially for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th edition. And with it, you get Death on the Reich and the Death on the Reich companion. These are the journals. Of course, I'm not going to show this because of spoilers, but I will show you the introduction. It has easy text with links. I don't know if there are any links here. Oh, there we go, cross links to everything. And some of the text also has some nice artwork which you can share with your players by clicking show image. I always like to show this because it really helps setting the scene, creating an atmosphere, and also just for some visual reference for the players. The companion, well, Death and Reich is just basically the chapters of the adventures and the handouts. I'm not going to show that for spoilers, but the companion, I can show you some stuff. For instance, thing I like is Deck It Out. It has some rules for outfitting your boat with armor. It has trading rules. Of course, the herbs. Herbs of the Empire. This is it. All the herbs. It expands a bit more on the lore herbs and apothecary trade and stuff like that. And that's good. Well, the Emperor Loot Bolt. That's also fun. It's a ship. Another great piece of art. It's like a luxury liner, and you can set an adventure on board that. So that's pretty cool. That's it for the journal notes. Lots and lots and lots of goodies there. Trappings, of course, or items with some trappings. Some new diseases, spells for Zinj, careers for Zinj. If one of your players wants to go to the dark path. All the herbs and some nice artwork for the herbs even. Some more traits, modifications for your boat, critical hits for your boat, and some magic items and stuff, which I will not spoil. Actors, of course, Death on the Reich comes with all the tokens for the characters and the actors in the adventure. I'm not going to show these because of spoilers, but I will show you one from the companion. Here's Otto Bormann, and the nice thing with all the tokens is if you click it, you can show the token artwork, because the token on the map might be a little bit small, and you can again share this with your players. And for Otto specifically, also the character artwork is very nice. I like this picture. I don't know, this town seems to go to shit, and he's just casually strolling through it. Seems to notice you. Oh, what you're doing there? I like this. And again, you can share this with your players. So not just the token, but also the character artwork is represented in a lot of these tokens. That's really cool. Helps again to set the scene and create an atmosphere. Another thing, of course, is maps for Death on the Reich and for the companion separately. There's a lot I will not show, but I've got some that don't really contain any spoilers, like the Grissenwald surroundings. It's just Grissenwald and its surroundings. Nice map. And the Grissenwald itself, it has sort of a map of the town. And the thing I like about Foundry most is when you go to the more detailed, closed in, zoomed in battle maps, you can have these elements like doors and stuff, and everything is already there for you. You don't really have to do anything. The lighting is all done, the walls are all done. You can open this door and then you can move here, and it will have the dynamic lighting already done for you. And a lot of the important scenes even already have NPCs and such placed on the map, so they've really already done all the work for you. It's absolutely fantastic. Another thing I would like to mention here, it's in the core module. I think I forgot to mention it in the last video, is the consumer's guide. And this is a really handy thing to just drag and drop in your macro bar, even for players, because it's the consumer's guide. All the weapons, all the ranged weapons, all the prosthetics, sure, why not? So everything the players will want to browse and buy is right there. Very, very, very convenient. Everything is cross-linked to the very thing they want to buy, and you can drag and drop it to their, even some disease, you can drag and drop it to their sheet. Very, very, very convenient. So the consumer's guide is in the core setting. That's it for the Death on the Reich. module. Now let's take a look at some fan-made modules, so to speak. I've got a couple installed, just a selection of the things that I found useful. Manage modules. The first one I have is Dark Raven sci-fi and fantasy soundscapes. There are a lot of sound and audio modules. My advice is to just install it, check them out. If you don't like it, uninstall it again. If you want to uninstall it, it's very simple. And just go to the manage modules, untick the box, save module settings. That will have enabled the module in your Foundry. And if you want to delete the entire content, go to the icon on the taskbar, right click, browse user data, data, modules, and then pick the module you want to delete and just delete it, and then it will be gone from your computer. And you can try another one. The Dark Raven one has some fairly nice sounds. It creates two playlists when you install it. This is the one with fantasy soundscapes. It's got a lot. Angry mob. Basically, it does what it says. And the sci-fi also has some nice ones. I like the Starship Elevator. Some of them are short, some of them are somewhat longer, some have some music in it. I like this one. So basically just try it out. If you don't like it, you can easily just get rid of it again. Another one, let's take a look. The dice So Nice. That is definitely one of my favorites, because basically what it does, roll the 100, it shows dice. I particularly like this one because it helps the players with immersion. When you're playing live, you're rolling dice and you're talking to each other, and you know it's very easy to get engaged with the game. But if everybody's on their own computer, it's a little bit more difficult. The Dice So Nice also has some settings, module settings. Dice So Nice. You can pick the color of your dice. You can pick the type of coin. So that's this one. And there's some themes. Every kind of thing you want. There we go. You can also customize it, of course, to make it your own colors. And I will set it to fire. Sure, why not? Save. There we go. You can set the maximum number of dice someone can roll, and some various other settings here. The other one I have installed is the GM Toolkit. Let's get right to it. It also has some various settings here. What it does, I will show you. One thing it does is it will create more little icons, thingies for the GM to access right away from the token. This is corruption, perception, fortune, resolve, initiative. So there's a lot of things you want to know from your tokens or your players, and you don't want to open the entire sheet and browse through it, so you can have it quickly here. The other thing it does, if we go to the compendium and go to the macros, there is a GM toolkit macro selection there, which you can just drag and drop through your macro bar. A couple I like is to just simply roll the 100. And the add XP, oh, I have to target the token first. Add XP, and you can give XP experience. And another one I really like, if we go back to the Shelf and Fest, There we go. Another one I really like is the Dark Whispers. Now what this does, you can select a player with corruption. If a player has a 0 corruption, this box will be grayed out. But now I can select a player or multiple players and I can type a message. For instance, if we are here, I can say the criminal go, or some other message which I want to suggest to either player. And I'm picking Seifert, and I'm going to whisper, and then this message will pop up. It will pop up only to Seifert's is this one, Seifert's player, which in this case is Bob. And Bob will see this on the screen. He will see this little message, let the criminal go, and in return he will lose 1 corruption, and Bob can then indeed heed the whisper or deny the dark gods. Very cool, because this mechanic allows you to do this without the other players knowing, and that's always a cool thing. You can also do it for multiple players, of course, and it auto generates a text every time, so you can roll with it or type your own. There we go. Now both players, Bob and John, will see the text and both can either deny or heed the whisper. That's a pretty cool thing, I think. Another module I have installed, manage modules. So this sounds nice. The Foundry community macros. I've already showed that in the previous video. The gem toolkit and Milby's maps. Again, there's lots of map content, and basically just install it, see what it is, and Milby in this case comes with some actors as a bonus and some handouts and some scenes. Oop. And if we click this, you will get a little preview of what it is, and you can just the Ranger Outpost, sure, drag it, gives you the settings. I prefer black in this case. Save changes, or was it Ranger Outpost? Let's take a look at the view scene. They're pretty decent. I like them, just to have things available. So again, this is just like it or not, easy to uninstall again. Is come sometimes with doors on the map, so that's a good thing. Not every map out there has that. I've tried a few. I didn't really like some of them. Others were good. Some of them only have like a few maps, and they want to have you pay a small fee to get the entire content, which is up to you. But this always gives you at least a little impression. Right. I think that is the last thing I had to show you. Oh no, the Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition character detail generation. I almost forgot about it. It's the best for last. What this does, very simple, character details. It enables this command from the chat window. If you click it, it pops up. Let's pick a human, and it will give you human details that you can drag onto your character sheet. Of course, you can make up your own details, but if you're like me and want to randomize as much as possible, then this is a nice way to do it. I believe this is from 2nd edition that had a character companion pack, and somebody just made it into a module. It works for high elves, wood elves, dwarves, halflings. There we go. Of course, the born in the mood. Again, character details is the command. That's the only thing it does, and it does it very, very well. That's it for now. Next video will be about how to be a better role player from the perspective of a player. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.